I wasn't going to have a glass of wine tonight, but I had to go to the shops because I'd forgotten coconut milk, so... Cheers. Hello everyone, welcome to Boho Bookworm. Today I am bringing you my March TBR. I have quite a couple of books on the go for March, and one is actually one I was supposed to finish in February, but I still have a couple of hours left for the audiobook, and that is Goodnight, Beautiful by Aimee Molloy. While I chat about this book and all the other books I'm going to mention in this video, I will be preparing a Thai green chicken curry. I am cheating and using a Thai green curry paste instead of making my own, which I normally do, but you know, all the different ingredients gets kind of expensive, so you know, bachelorette lifestyle. Girl's got to choose what she's got to do. Prioritise. So first things first, I'm going to chop up some potatoes and then put them on to boil for about 5 minutes. So unless you missed it in my previous video, Goodnight Beautiful is about this married couple, and the husband is this very successful, very deliciously sexy, like psychiatrist, what do you call it? Someone that you go to talk about your feelings. I can't think right now. Not psychopath, a psychologist, one of those people. And his clientele is predominantly women. He's been married to his wife for not very long at all. I think they celebrate like their wedding, like, I don't know if it's weekly or monthly or what it is. But yeah, this guy is in very high demand of women. They're all very much intrigued by him. And one day, this like French girl in this Mini Cooper comes to his office, and she's there to get help from him and stuff. And after she rocks up, he disappears. He just never comes home to his wife one day. I thought when I read the premise of this book, like there was a thing saying like there's this vent in his ceiling where his conversations with patients can be overheard. And in my head, I thought maybe the wife lived upstairs and she could hear what was going on, and now she's like jealous of this French girl. But it seems like it's like this old woman that lives upstairs and has this kind of like obsession with him. So yeah, it's interesting, not quite as like enrapturing as I thought it would be, but yeah, it's intriguing enough. I am enjoying it. I've got about 3 hours left of the audiobook, so that's the first book that I am reading throughout March. Right, just have to wash and dry my pot. The next book that I'm actually reading a physical copy of is People Like Her by Ellery Lloyd. I've actually got the copy right here. Hiya! I am freaking loving this book. As slow-paced as it is, there's just something keeping me so gripped. I'm not sure if it's just because it's the first time I've read a physical book for a while, and I'm just loving that sensation again. But it's this story about this Instagram star, like an influencer. She's like a mama influencer, so she's basically sold her family online, and she's watched by millions but hunted by one. Someone does not like her at all. They're like very resentful of her, and they are going to basically ruin her life. That's the basic premise, and I have been trying to figure out who the hell the baddie is. Oh my god, it's difficult. All of my theories have been incorrect so far, which just makes for an excellent thriller in my opinion. I cannot figure it out. Now it's becoming more apparent, like things have been eliminated. I won't say what, but we definitely know who it isn't. So yeah, very, very interesting. And you know, Ellery Lloyd is a pseudonym for a married couple who live in London. So yeah, the whole book, I think it might be their debut novel together. The whole book is just brilliant, and I am really, really enjoying it. Highly recommend it. She's got this like Jamie Oliver Himalayan salt. Oh, I can't wait to try it. I'm gonna grind some into my water in the pot, which is going to make my potatoes nice and soft. Okay. Don't be a bitch. Come on. Nice, please. There we go. Then I've got a book that I think Emma, by drinking by my shelf, mentioned on her channel, or it could have been April from Getting Hooga With It. I love both of their thriller recommendations. But it's called The Nightshift by, is it Kiare something? It's a funny sound, it's a funny name. I think you pronounce it Kiare Ladner, but who knows. I will leave the picture somewhere here so you can have a look and see. And this book is set in London, and it's all about like workers that work the night shift. And it's all about obsession. And I think it's got like an LGBTQ element to it. That's pretty much the basic premise that I know, but I've heard that it's scary. It's a thriller. Although on Goodreads it is labelled as more of like a contemporary fiction. It's said that it gives London this kind of like otherworldly feel to it. So I don't really know much about this book at all, but it sounded intriguing. I do trust Emma and April, so whichever one of them told me about this book, thank you. Let's see how we go with it, shall we? God, I've already spoken about 3 books and all I've done is chop some potatoes. Right, now it's saying that I need to chop up some green beans, so get some out, and after about 5 minutes of the potatoes boiling, I can put these babies in with the potatoes and cook for a further 3 minutes. I did just order this book on Amazon, which I just couldn't quite help myself with. Someone recommended it to me on one of my comments on one of my videos. It's called Ghost by, is it Dolly? What's her surname? I've forgotten what her surname is, but I'll leave it all here in a picture of it. I had to buy this book because it's apparently all about this woman who is, I don't know if she's in her early 30s or she's turning 30. Her life has not gone the way that she wanted it to. And yeah, she's just trying to navigate it. And that is literally exactly where I am in life right now. Apparently it is laugh out loud funny. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to it. And I think it's going to be beyond relatable. So let's see. I mean, God, I'm definitely not where I thought I would be by 30. And, you know, funnily enough, I was scrolling through my Instagram today on my lunch break, and there was this woman holding up a sign that says, "I'm 30, child-free, and not married, and that's okay." And I was like, yes, that is going to be me in just a few months. Awesome. I can't wait to join that kind of a gang. All because there has been absolute time wasters in my life. But let's not get bitter. Time to move past it. Throw the past away like these little tips of green beans. Good riddance. I'm going to chop these beans in half because they are quite long. Might add a few more actually. So yeah, I was thinking though, like, I don't know why I decided to buy it so soon, but I was thinking maybe I should wait and read it just before my 30th, but I might not be able to like hold off once I finish People Like Her and I need another physical copy of a book. Although I have so many physical copies waiting to be read here, I should not be buying more books. This is the problems of a bookworm, isn't it? Alright, I'm just gonna pop in my beans. And now I'm going to chop up some garlic, which I need a wok. That's what I need. Haha! This is going to be my curry wok tonight. Okay, so next is a book that also got recommended on BookTube, and it is called The Perfect Child by Lucinda Berry. Now this is a book about a young married couple who they desperately just want a baby of their own, and then, you know, when they say be careful what you wish for, it might come true. Basically that happens to them. It's like abandoned child shows up, I think like 6 years old or something, and they take it on. I think it's a girl, I'm not sure. And they take it on, and it's very apparent quite quickly that this child's got some issues, big psyche problems, and the child is basically like isolating the husband from the wife. And it sounds quite like, what's that other book called? Baby Teeth, which I really was not a fan of. So I'm really hoping that this book, hold on, I need to crush my garlic clove. There we go. Yeah, I'm really hoping this one's better. I have heard good things about it, so yeah, very much looking forward to it. Love a book with a good creepy child. I mean, my book, which is for sale on Amazon, is all about a creepy child called Harley. I'm busy writing the sequel to it right now, in which she becomes an adult and what follows her and her psychopathic tendencies as she's aged and gotten away with murder. So it's creepy children in books. Love it. Another book, you know, I'm not a Stephen King fan at all. We know this if you are familiar with my channel, but there is a book that I have that the premise does sound kind of cool, and that is definitely April from Getting Hugger With It is talking about this quite a lot on her channel right now, and that is Misery, which is about a writer, and obviously I'm a writer, so you know, a thriller horror book about a writer, I'm gonna love it, or you know, I'm intrigued by it anyway. And I think it's something about like this man who is a writer, and this woman shows up at his house or something, and when she realizes who he is, she basically like holds him hostage in his own home and demands that he finishes writing this story before she'll let him go or something. Like, I try not to listen too much about like premises because I'm scared, like, you know, like in movie trailers and stuff, people just always give too much away, so I try and like go in semi-blind with books. This is, I think it's a movie or a TV show as well, so I am very interested in giving it a read, and if I've got some time I might actually pick this one up throughout March. Why not? I'm just gonna lick my finger now, which is covered in garlic, because it's not like I'm gonna kiss anyone. Yum. Alright, now I've got some garlic on the go. I'm just going to saute that for a few seconds, not to burn it. Alright, so now I've got some caster sugar, 1 teaspoon. I have put in, oh, you can see my finger, I've put in some coconut milk and some Thai green curry paste. This is now going to come to a nice little bubble, and then I'm going to add in my chicken chunks, which I've already chopped up, because you don't really need to see me doing that, do you? Okay, so my potatoes and green beans are cooling down over there. The chicken's in, and now I'm doing some soy sauce, just a little splash of soy sauce. You can use fish paste, that's probably better, but I don't have, not fish paste, like a Thai fish sauce, but I don't have that, so I'm using soy sauce. And you're going to reduce the heat and let that cook for about 8 to 10 minutes until the chicken's cooked, and then you're going to tip that back in there. Alright, so now everything is in. I added in some lemon juice because I don't have lime or lime leaves. And what else did I do? I put some chili in, some dried basil leaves, and I think that's it. So this is now my yummy sauce. I'm just going to let that simmer and infuse all the delicious flavours. Pop on some rice, and voila, there is a very quick, easy, yummy Thai green chicken curry. I hope you enjoyed that, and some of the books that I'll be reading throughout March. I don't think I can talk about any more books tonight. I'm exhausted after a full day's work, and still dealing with the emotional drainage that is breakouts, so I just need to relax, I think, and realise that I am in a much better position now than I was when I was trying to fix something that was not fixable. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful evening, everyone, and I will talk to you soon.